Former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey on Tuesday night, May 24, 2023 called for U.S. intelligence agencies to be broken up into 1,000 pieces and scattered into the winds. The news comes after Robert Kennedy Jr., the nephew of the former president who was assassinated on November 22, 1963 in Dallas, Texas, went on the Katz Roundtable radio program and told host John Catsimatidis that he believes the CIA was involved in the murder of JFK. Kennedy Jr., who announced in April that he was challenging Joe Biden for the Democratic presidential nomination in 2024, said, "There is overwhelming evidence that the CIA was involved in his murder. I think it's beyond a reasonable doubt at this point." Kennedy Jr., whose father Robert Kennedy was also assassinated, said, "I'll tell you the book that probably distilled millions of documents of evidence, including confessions of people who are involved in the crime and the 60-year cover-up. The best kind of distillation of that is a book called JFK and the Unspeakable by Jim Douglas," and later added that he has read 100 books on the subject. Kennedy Jr. noted, "The evidence is overwhelming that the CIA was involved in the murder and in the cover-up." A report by the Warren Commission stated that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in killing JFK, yet less than 48 hours after the arrest of Oswald, he was assassinated by Jack Ruby. Last year, Tucker Carlson examined the conspiracy theory that the CIA was involved in JFK's assassination. During an episode of Tucker Carlson Tonight on Fox News, the host noted that the psychiatrist who visited Ruby while he was in holding and deemed him insane, Louis Jolyon West, was working for the CIA, and that the House of Representatives impaneled a special committee to reinvestigate the JFK assassination in 1976 and came to the conclusion Jack Kennedy was almost certainly murdered as the result of a conspiracy. Carlson claimed the CIA was the obvious suspect. Carlson said, "In 1992, Congress passed the President John F. Kennedy Assassination Records Collection Act. That act mandated full disclosure of all documents by 2017, 54 years after JFK was killed. The last administration promised to comply fully with that law. But under intense pressure from CIA Director Mike Pompeo withheld in the end thousands of pages of CIA documents. Today, this afternoon, the Biden administration did exactly the same thing." The host later said a source at the CIA told him that the agency did have a hand in the murder of John F. Kennedy. Last year, journalist Matt Taibbi revealed in the Twitter files that during Dorsey's tenure at the company, the CIA and FBI had spent years meddling in Twitter's internal content moderation. According to Taibbi, the files showed the FBI acting as doorman to a vast program of social media surveillance and censorship, encompassing agencies across the federal government, from the State Department to the Pentagon to the CIA. He added, "Twitter had so much contact with so many agencies that executives lost track. Is today the DoD, and tomorrow the FBI? Is it the weekly call, or the monthly meeting? It was dizzying." Taibbi also documented the relationship between the social media company and the CIA, including the open secret at Twitter that one of its executives was ex-CIA. Additionally, the government was in constant contact not just with Twitter but with virtually every major tech firm. Taibbi even called Twitter the FBI subsidiary. Taibbi, along with several other journalists, were tapped to expose Twitter's secrets when billionaire Elon Musk took over the company.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more great content in the future.